Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to Long Live the Queen, which is, well, it's, I guess, the closest game we played recently is, well, not recently, but the closest game to it would be, like, Bad End Theater. But yeah, let's just jump in so I can read stuff. It's Jocelyn, King Dowager, Duke of Caloris. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. Elodie, the Crown Princess. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what Mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. No, she wouldn't, but sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up, carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. I'll be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Welcome to Long Live the Queen. If this is your first time playing, you should read this brief introduction to how the game works. It's not the first time I played, but it was so long ago that it might as well be, so tell me more. You will be controlling Elodie. Elodie, like Melody, I guess. The almost Queen of Nova, as she tries to prepare for her coronation. To do that, she needs to take classes every week in order to raise her skills. The skills she learns will provide different choices in the ongoing plot. Learning the right skills can mean the difference between life and death. You also need to keep an eye on Elodie's mood. With her mother's tragic death, Elodie is not very happy right now. The mood button will take you to the emotion screen for more details. Yeah. Elodie is feeling both afraid and depressed, but her strongest emotion is depressed. If she becomes more cheerful to cancel out the depression, her strongest emotion would then be afraid. Elodie's current mood affects her ability to learn. It will give her a bonus to some skills and add a penalty to others. Let's take a look at the skill screen now. That's a lot of skills. Skills are broken into 4 main categories: social, physical, intellectual, and mystical. Inside those categories are skill sets, groups of 3 related skills. You start with 0 in all skills. So we look up here, depression makes her better at expression and animal handling, but it makes her worse at royal demeanor, conversation, and athletics. Every week, Elodie can study 2 skills. Normally, she earns 2 points in a skill for every weekday that she studies. So if she studies history, she will earn 2 points times 5 days to equal to 10 points. Because Elodie is depressed, she has a -2 penalty to the social skill set conversation. She doesn't feel like talking to people right now. If she studies conversation, she will earn -2 points per day, that is 0 points. However, she has a +1 bonus to the expression skill set. If she studies one of the expression skills, she will earn 2 + 1 points per day, which means 3 points a day, 15 points for the week. Interesting. So expression is like decoration, instrument, and voice. If you study a skill you have a penalty for, you could be wasting your time and not learning anything. If you study a skill you have bonuses for, you will learn much faster than normal. All of these bonuses and penalties will change when Elodie's mood changes. She can also gain bonuses to skills by studying related skills. Check the skill screen every week to see your current bonuses. Once you know your mood, skills, bonuses, and penalties, you are ready to choose your classes for the week. The classes screen breaks down skill sets by category for your morning and evening classes. When you select a skill set, the 3 options in that set will appear on the right side of the screen. Yeah, those 3. Choose a class option for both morning and evening classes, then click the Done button, which will appear in the lower right corner. As you play through the story, you will sometimes see feedback bubbles appearing above the text. These tell you what's happening behind the scenes. Bubbles like these will show you when Elodie's mood is being altered by events. Bubbles like these will show when the story is changing based on what skills Elodie has learned so far. Elodie. Yeah. If the test fails, there is some option being missed because she doesn't have enough points in that skill yet. This feedback is very helpful in figuring out different options to try. But if you don't want to see it, you can turn off the bubble. You can turn the bubbles off in the preferences menu. Now, get ready to become a queen. Yeah, there's all the skills, 0 and everything. And we get bonuses to expression and animal handling, so I'll probably do some of that. There's the mood, mostly depressed. You can get different outfits, but she just has the first one now. Let's see, blog. You can open the game's log in a web browser. Nice. You can also save the game. Name the save. First. There you go, first save. Let's check the preferences real quick. I don't know if the sound level is going to be good, but hopefully it is fine. And I don't have to lower it further or anything. It's just a little music in the background. It should be fine. I mean, I can do this. 1 second. Here, hopefully that volume is good. Just because I'm afraid of it being too loud. Anyway, return. Anyway, classes are where we choose what we're gonna do. There, let's see. For the animal handling, there is horses, dogs, and falcons. Horses is riding and grooming, dogs is training and hunting, and falcons is training and hunting. But then we can also learn how to decorate, drawing, painting, arranging flowers, dressing them. Skill with musical instruments such as the harp and flute. And voice, the skill of singing beautifully. I don't know, let's learn how to decorate, I guess, in the morning. And in the evening. I don't know, more decoration. All in on decoration. I'm sure it would be very useful. And then you hit done. And then week 1, you discuss the nature of beauty, looking around at landscapes, objects, and people, comparing their aesthetic elements. Yes, decoration went up by 15. And then the afternoon, you practice sketching fruits and flowers with charcoal on parchment. You study the theory of color, how they complement and contrast, and how to select colors to emphasize a mood. Up another 15. What's all that noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins and my aunt and uncle. Lucille, the Countess of Nyx. Darling, we are so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. I didn't get to read his name. Anyway, Charlotte, Lady Merle. Hi, Lodi. Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mummy said we'd be here all month. Plus 1 cheerful. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. Now that you've finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? I can visit Charlotte, I can play with toys, attend a service, visit the tomb, walk in the gardens, talk to your father, attend court, explore the castle, sneak out, visit the dungeons. Well, Charlotte is here, so let's talk to her. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave this castle until my birthday. Plus cheerful. But at least we can have fun together here. Okay, I think she became cheerful enough to not be depressed. Yeah, she's now mostly afraid, I guess. Yes, current mood afraid. Let's see, afraid is bonuses to agility and faith. Hence a penalty to royal demeanor, weapons, intrigue, and military. The last time I played this game, a long time ago, I just, went all in on military and stuff. So let's not try to do that first time, anyway. We could do agility or faith. Faith is mystical. You can learn the lore. But agility also has some cool stuff, so let's look at classes. You do dance, knowing the steps and carrying them out with grace. And reflexes, the ability to respond quickly to surprises. And flexibility, the ability to stretch and contort without pain. And then there's also faith, where we can meditate, finding and maintaining your own inner peace. Divination, interpreting signs from nature of what the future might hold. And lore, the magical history of Nova. What should I do? You know what, let's learn how to dance. You know, for the big ballroom stuff. That makes sense to me, right? You practice curtsying, standing, and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. You practice walking on the arm of a partner and following their cues to pause and turn while keeping your eyes closed. You practice different partner dance positions, closely held at a distance in non-contact, and the appropriate hand placement for each. Yes, being afraid helps you dance better, I guess. What's that commotion outside? Father, what's going on? Juliana, Duchess of Ursa, I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the Crown Princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusts me, and I have much to teach you. I can send her away, arrest her, or let her stay. Oh ma. Let's save before doing it. Instead of that, let's do this one. Can I just not name it? Yeah, that's fine. Send away, arrest her, or let her stay. I mean, let's just send her away. She might be important, but who knows? Angry and yielding. You heard my father. Get out, leave, and don't come back. As you wish, I'll return to my duchy until you call for me. She won't. Okay. What is my mood? Okay, currently depressed again, because much less afraid. Visit Charlotte some more. Just always question marks. Talk to father. Father? Let's see. I don't know, let's talk to the father. Dad, what really happened to Mom? She was a lumen, a magic user. It was meant to be in reserve to defend her domain, but she insisted on... You don't need to hear that. She used magic. It drained her strength. She thought it was harmless, and it wasn't. Eventually, her heart just stopped. That's why I don't want you involved with it. Okay. Let's see. Currently depressed again, so we could learn how to decorate better. I like to just focus on one thing and then before branching out. Seems to be my style. Should we unlock any new outfits? No. Okay. Let's do more decoration. I want to be good at that stuff. Plus we got lots of bonuses for it. You learn to mix paints and apply them to canvas, capturing the light and color of the castle gardens. You study the art of floral design, seeing how the proper arrangements of flowers can affect the character of a room or an outdoor space. Your skill in decoration is now 50. You may not increase the skill until your other expression skills are 25 or higher. Nice. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really, I just like to play with the flowers. Me too. You gather your skirts, prepare to sit down, when all of a sudden, a hissing noise alerts to a hidden danger, a snake. Charlotte, don't move. Test reflexes failed, plus when afraid. You grab for a stick to push the snake away, but you lack the skills to do the job properly, and poking the snake only makes it angry. Too fast to see, it lunges forward and sinks its fangs into your leg. Ow! The The snake slithers away, but it's too late now. A strange tingling sensation begins to spread through your flesh. That's a milk viper. They're poisonous. I don't feel good. Your leg is going numb. You stumble and fall to the ground. Hold on. Your cousin kneels beside you and presses her hands over the bite mark. The area throbs painfully, then begins to feel warm. After a minute, you're dizzy, but your leg isn't buzzing anymore. Even the wound has disappeared. How did you do that? I don't know how I do it. I just can. I'm not supposed to tell anybody. People think it's freaky. You won't tell, will you? Of course not. I'm just lucky you were here. Girls, what's going on out here? I heard yelling. Nothing. We saw a snake, but it got away. A snake, that's it. Charlotte, pack your things. We're going back to Merva. It's not safe here. Ah. Well, I went back. Okay. Show tooltips. Ah. Make it bigger. Anyway, mood. What am I still afraid? Become afraid, yeah. Let's see. I guess I could talk to the father again, see if he has anything new to say. Daddy. He sighs, rubbing his fingers over his forehead. What is it? I love you. Looks at you without speaking, and you begin to feel bad for bothering him with your silly feelings. Then he stands and puts his arms around you. I love you too. For this moment, you are safe and happy, plus cheerful and plus yielding. Am I still afraid, though? Yes, still afraid. Do. Let's see, I could try to dance even better. And what was the other thing? The lore. No new outfits, by the way? Yeah. Gotta always keep an eye out for new outfits. Okay, let's see. What were the things again? Agility and faith, so I could learn to dance better. That was the thing I could do. Do a little dancing in the morning, but then in the afternoon... I mean, reflexes could be nice, right? Oh, there's a weapons section. Athletics, animal handling. I don't know, let's meditate as well. Begin practicing dance steps in time to music, quick and slow, turning and weaving. You practice assuming a sitting position that allows you to be relaxed and tranquil without being so relaxed that you're likely to fall asleep. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Sarah and their parents gone. It's certainly not empty, though. It seems like we get more servants every day. I see. You can't talk to Father anymore. What mood am I gonna go for? Visit dungeons? Visit the tomb? Services just make you less afraid. Explore castle, attend court. I don't know, I try attending court. Singing in our court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father, and it may be important for your future. What mood is this? Yielding. Okay. What's yielding good for? Royal demeanor, history, and faith. And it's a penalty to weapons and lumen. I see. Still no outfit, of course. Let's see. Royal demeanor, composure, the ability to bear pain, fear, and surprise without flinching. To elegance, the ability to be beautiful and dignified under any circumstance. Into presence, an aura of confidence and command. Then we can also do, what was it? History. A Novan history. Notable events and locations within this domain. Foreign affairs, notable events and relationships between this domain and its neighbors, and world history. Long-term information about the world in general. And then, of course, more faith stuff. I don't know, I'm thinking royal demeanor. You know, let's get composure. Seems like a useful thing to have. Although elegance and presence, also pretty hype. You practice deep breathing exercises, learning to find and maintain a sense of inner calm. You practice positive thinking and maintaining a good self-image and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than be frustrated by any past misstep. You practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around you and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals. Fascinating. One of the maids approaches for your attention. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna, says Alice. We have a Duke of Sedna? All the foreign affairs. No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedna is in Talus. They have brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of, deeply regret, best wishes. Oh, what a beautiful necklace. Test court manners failed, but +1 cheerful. Something sparkly will make me feel better. I don't know, something bad happened there. Should I just become max yielding? Sure, why not? Attend more court. It pleases your father. Okay. Am I still, yielding? So I want more royal demeanor. It seems hype. It would seem useful for a princess to have. In my humble opinion. Okay, we'll do composure in the morning, and then let's get some elegance. At your command, your teacher strikes your palm with a leather toss, and you learn to bear the sting. You practice walking along a narrow rail, taking each step carefully and focusing on your balance. Celine, priestess of the second circle. If Royal Highness, I would speak with you. What is it? Well, my test of lore failed. Your mother wielded the power of a lumen, as have the kings and queens of Nova before her. Now that she's gone, that responsibility falls to you. Her crystal of power is now yours. My father said I shouldn't get involved in magic. If you don't, who will defend your domain if the Krakens rise again? I have seen signs of the future. Danger is coming. I can teach you to control your powers, but first, you must seize your birthright to become a lumen. Let's just reject magic today. No, my father said I shouldn't, and I trust him. You're trying to corrupt me. Your Highness, leave me alone. Going for the bad ending, I guess. Okay, let's see. We're already very yielding. I could just attend service to become less afraid. Sure. You attend services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. We're going all in on royal demeanor. Let's do elegance and presence. Also, no new outfit yet. Elegance. And this day we'll do presence. We'll get them all. You practice standing and walking with books balanced on your head. You practice the elegant way to hold and sip from a teacup, your pinky slightly extended for balance. You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in a mirror. Young as you are queen of the blood. Queen of the blood. Yeah, you are your mother's daughter. You are a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. As you are walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down, holding a towering pile of linen. You gracefully step aside and let her pass. See, the elegance, it worked. We accomplished something. Okay, let's see. Decreases fear. Let's see. I guess let's explore the castle. You wander through parts of the castle where other people rarely visit, but find little except spiderwebs. Yuck. Do. Okay, let's do presents. And then elegance. I'm gonna max out royal demeanor. It's gonna happen. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and to let that energy surround you for others to share. Intriguing. You've unlocked a new outfit, yay. You're strapped into a corset and hoop skirt and practice walking with ease. The corset makes it hard to breathe and twist, and the skirt sways out of control if you move too rapidly. You practice graceful arm gestures for every motion, from offering your hand for a kiss to taking hold of a banister at the stairs. Okay, there is a man here to see you. He wishes crowdfunding for a project of his. Remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you will have less money to work with later. Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassie to assemble the metal and a factory to mold and cast the type. With this system, we will be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now, and to make copies to send all over the world. Test production plus trade failed. I don't know much about factories or trade. Would that really be worthwhile? We are not interested. Okay. She made her decision. Willful is the opposite. Could sneak out just to equalize it more. Because I want to be yielding, but I don't want to be too yielding that I can't stop being yielding when I want to be later. If I do sneak out. +2 willful, +1 will. Yeah, that should be fine. You sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. You enjoy your freedom, but your father won't like it if he finds out. It's okay, he'll never find out. New outfit. The coronet boosts royal demeanor. Yeah. And we can wear that even if we start studying other things instead. Let's see. Let's get more presents in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I think I'll do some history. Presents there. History. Notable events and locations, foreign affairs, world history. Let's start with the Novan history. Yeah, start with the local stuff. You plant your feet in a strong stance, imagining that you are a tree deeply rooted in the earth. You can feel that power within you and know that you will not be pushed aside. You practice focusing your attention on individuals as you pass, letting them feel a brief connection with you before you formally acknowledge them with a nod. You practice being aware of your environment, seeing everything as it transpires around you and feeling that you are in control of it all. You read about the history of your domain. Hundreds of years ago, Nova was the center of a great empire spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence has waned. Your Highness Banian, Duke of Murray, Earl of Serenitatis. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. That Ixionet occupation of the county of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. Test foreign affairs have failed. Oh no. I know there's some problems with Ixiom, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying Southern Murray. Test of military failed. I don't know anything about the military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send for diplomats from Ixiom and try to come to some arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness, if I may ask, that necklace you're wearing, where did it come from? It was a gift from the Duke of Sedna. Then you have made arrangements with him? What sort of arrangements? Court manners failed. Your Highness, that is a courting gift. The man wishes to gain your hand in marriage. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh no. Let's see. Let's become less afraid again. I need to do history stuff now, for sure. But also keep becoming really good at the royal demeanor. So let's do composure next. And meanwhile, in history... Let's do Marnovan history so it can become useful, and then we'll do foreign affairs and world history. Yeah. That sounds good to me. You lie on a couch and try to remain relaxed while your teacher smacks your heels with a leather toss. You're strapped to tight, heavy armor and made to walk around in it, learning that any attempt at sudden movement will catch painfully or trip you up. Slow and steady is the way to go. Your teacher smears your body and clothes with strawberry jam and makes you walk around like that for hours, facing the funny looks and snickers aimed at you without hiding or becoming angry. I see, that's how to increase composure, I see. Nova's history involves an endless slew of names and dates. Even as small as it's become, there are 10 dukedoms, no, 11 now, plus the royal line. You hope no one expects you to memorize every lineage. No individual may hold more than one dukedom, but nobles seek noble spouses, so titles often come together before being parceled out to heirs. Your father is Duke of Calaris, and his brother is Duke of Mazamba. Bryn, Duchess of Hellas, is the sister of Banian, Duke of Marie, and so on. The representative from Ixiom is here. Be careful, no one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over with. Test of Novan history success. We did something good. Hellas and Marie are neighboring duchies. Together, the siblings Bryn and Banian govern most of southern Novia. Your Royal Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I'm sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones. No, you will forget about your unprovoked attacks on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. Oh no, foreign affairs fail. We can be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. Oh no, foreign affairs failed, foreign intelligence has failed. Just execute him. I don't think that would be a good idea. I was a diplomat. Right. Just do that. Diplomat. Offer money? I don't want to surrender, but I don't want to try to intimidate them. Might be bad in the long run. I'm gonna spend all of the money, though, if I... Well, we didn't spend money on the other thing, because she didn't think it was cool at all, so... But this offers dangerous precedents where they can attack and we give them money. So I don't know about that, either. I could just... I guess bluff or intimidate. We'll try it. You are trespassing on our lands. You will withdraw your troops at once. Only then will we have peace. Oh no, court manners failed. Threaten to attack. My soldiers are poised to destroy you. Withdraw now. Very well. Okay, presence was successful at least. Phew. It wasn't a complete failure or anything. Afraid has been reduced down to that. Depressed, yielding, pressured. Let's try to continue getting them under control. If I sneak out, I'll become slightly more lonely, but yielding will still be in the tops. We'll sneak out again. Do. Okay, we're really getting high with the royal demeanor. I might as well keep it up. Let me check that again. Let's do elegance next time. Meanwhile, in history... let's do foreign affairs next. Let me check. It was elegance, right? Yeah, elegance. Foreign affairs. You practice eating slowly and with a minimum of mess, chewing each bite a set number of times before swallowing. You practice standing up, sitting down, and picking up items from the floor, bent at the knees, not at the waist. You practice speaking and laughing quietly, not trying to disappear or go unheard, but focusing your energy into a smaller space so that it draws people closer. You study the relationship of Nova and its nearest neighbors. The borders have been mostly peaceful in recent years, except for the problems with Ixion to the south. Yeah, they're doing problems. However, trouble may be brewing in Parius as well. That doesn't sound good. There are reports that a Keithong has been sighted leaving the old forest. What's a Keithong? We don't know the lore or the Novan history. A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak, and spikes on its back. Eek. Several disappearances of Sylvan Calaris are already thought to be the work of this creature. What do we do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives. So, we just let it eat people? Everyone dies in the end. +1 depressed. Also, there is a letter for you. Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, will be arriving next week for an official visit. Is that the guy that I took the necklace from? Maybe. So right now I am depressed because I became too depressed. This will increase yield by 2 again. To get it back in the top, or I can do something that makes me cheerful to cancel it out. Yielding, lonely, and cheerful. That could be good. This is just +1 lonely and cheerful. But then lonely would match. If I do +2, +1 depressed, +1. That would probably make it equal. No, it would be higher. Guess we're attending court again. What do we want to do next? I guess presents next. And then more foreign affairs. I don't know if it's good to only focus on these things, but that's what we're doing. You practice giving commands to the castle staff, neither asking nor demanding, but telling them what needs to be done. As long as you believe it to be true, they will as well. You practice watching people and willing them to feel your gaze on them. Inevitably, they will be drawn to you. 4 years ago, the Duchess of Hellas tried to foment an insurrection in northern Ixion, just over the Galban River border. Not only did that fail, but in retaliation, Ixion pushed troops into southern Marie. Tombola, to the north, underwent a peasant revolution shortly after you were born. The nobles either fled or were killed, and the new rulers have so far refused to establish official diplomatic ties with Nova. While they are not friendly, neither are their enemies, at least not yet. Interesting. Ah, Your Highness, what a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice. Is this the guy that I'm supposed to marry? Test of flattery has failed. A giggle. I don't know how to deal with handsome older men paying me compliments. I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering, a jewel for a jewel, but you are the most precious. I hope that this is only the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us would bring stability to both our peoples. He really does want to marry me. Ah, man. Should I marry him? Like, we don't just immediately marry him, by the way. With the way these marriages work. Like, if we wait until I'm, like, of age, and then it happens, yes. But, should I politely decline or accept the offer? That is a good question. A very big question. I guess I will decline because I didn't really mean to. I need to let him down gently. I'm not marrying you. I'm only 14. Court manners failed. Oh no. That may not have been gentle. I see. I regret the misunderstanding. Oh no, now I feel bad. Anyway. Okay, still yielding, but now a lot of things are all over the place. Let's see, plus lonely, plus cheerful. I guess... do that real quick. Walk in the gardens. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. Okay, presence is maxed. What do the outfits do, by the way? It boosts royal demeanor, but by how much? Wait, if I get rid of that outfit... Okay, now it's only at 90. So it makes it become 100. Okay. Let's just double up on world history, because that's gonna... I want to start getting into the history better. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Do the world history. You look at a globe of the world, reading names of places so distant you can't remember ever hearing about them, and other areas left blank because no explorer venturing there has ever returned. You read about the western continent, Giavere, where civilization flourished so long ago that the ancestral Novans were still living in caves. No one knows what became of them. The population vanished without a trace, leaving only their enormous stone buildings. In the distant past, the Yaveni tribes to the east rode great beasts with spines and tentacles on their heads instead of horses. The bones of these creatures are sometimes found in Lila and Mead, and their tusks are valuable to crafters. You have unlocked a new outfit, the history outfit. You're requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Corisandi, the Duchess of Mead. Is she alright? Test of Novan history failed. She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's just as it is. Them devils killed me brother and broke me ma'am's heart. Lied to her they did when she went to see why he'd not come back. Said he'd gone for a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. I don't know what this is all about. Either way, murder is a serious crime, but... I could just imprison her. Put her to work or execute her. I think I'll just send her to jail, because I don't know. You have tried to murder a noble of my domain, and I have no reason to believe you wouldn't do it again. You'll be imprisoned for the rest of your life. You'll not have me. You'll not have me. All of a sudden, she breaks loose from her guards and rushes at you. Oh no. In your court dress, you are unarmed. You grope for a weapon and find only a heavy golden ornament which you hurl in her direction. Archery failed. Your missile flies wide of its mark. Before you have a chance to do anything else, your personal guards step into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Her lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Clean that up. Okay. That could have gone better, but I guess she got executed anyway. Let's see. I could always do another sneak out, but then that would be equal. I don't want that to be true. That increases loneliness. Is there a cheerful without the lonely? Doesn't look like it, but this does increase yield by 1. I guess we'll play with toys. You spent the weekend holed up in your room, alone in your room with your favorite toys. It's childish, but you feel a bit better. Anyway, what's the history outfit like? Scholar's gown. Boost history. Nice. Stick with the other one for now, though. Let's see. Wait, does it boost how much I learned from history? Let's see, history plus 2.02. No, it's still the same. It just increases how much I have. Let's go back to this, so we're basically maxed in royal demeanor, and then we'll do more history this time. We might have to think about changing our mood so that we can learn how to do other stuff. Like, conversation stuff would be good. I don't know what's good at conversation, though. And cheerful might be, maybe. Maybe we'll go all the way to cheerful. But for now, let's do Novan and Foreign Affairs history. In fact, Foreign Affairs, then Novan history. Southeast lies the domain of Talas, with which we have enjoyed with which we have enjoyed fairly cordial relations. Sedna, their chief province, borders the Novan Duchy of Elath, and nobles from the two provinces have been known to intermarry. The Duchy of Lilla was not part of the pre-imperial Nova domain, but the western range of the Yeva nomads. A faction of Yeveni who wished to settle offered their allegiance willingly to a Novan queen, and their chief was named a duke. Aris, Duchess of Lila, is the mother of the Duchess of Mead, the mother-in-law of the Duke of Hikal, and the stepmother of the future Duke of Elath. People sometimes call her Nova's Eastern Queen. The Duchy of Sudbury is currently held in regency by Countess Leek of Dis for her daughter Gwenelle, who is your age. She inherited the duchy last year upon the death of her father. I see. As you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. Test of divination failed. Test of falcons failed. That's funny, I thought owls were nocturnal. I guess I was wrong. When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you. There's a woman here to see you. She wishes crowdfunding for a project. Thank you for seeing me, Your Royal Highness. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizen afflicted with the disease can be brought for treatment. Hers battlefield medicine failed. Putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that make them die even faster? We are not interested. Oh no. Let's see. Let's see. Cheerful. Also is cheerful. But yielding is too high. I need to purge the yielding. I think we're gonna end up being lonely. But let's do it. Sneak out. Am I still... I'm still yielding. We can still do history. So let's do world history followed by Novan history. That sounds good to me. You read about the northern continent, Borealis, where the first lumens in history were recorded, and how the discovery of magic shaped their development. You read about the 100-Year War, which left much of Borealis uninhabitable and created a power vacuum which would eventually be filled by the growing power of Nova. Borealis now is mostly made up of tiny domains containing no more than a few village-like settlements each, officially ruled over by shamanic lumens. They have few resources and live primarily from the sea. The last two rulers before your mother, Queen Fidelia, were your grandmother, Queen Ladesh, and her father, King Fulbert. About 60 years ago, the Duchess of Merva died with no close heirs, and King Fulbert claimed the lands for the keeping of the crown. After your mother took the throne, she recreated the duchy and made her brother, your uncle, its duke. Interesting. Remember that the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be a public celebration for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. A grand ball, there will be dancing. As queen, you would be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremony of planting, possibly giving a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required, and it may not be safe to expose you to the public. What do you mean, not safe? Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now, decide later. There's a letter for you as well. It's from Brioni. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently, her Uncle Kevin has been acting strangely lately and shouting at shadows. So what's this question mark do? Oh, I can read what details. Like who her mother, father, paternal uncles, maternal uncles. I should have been clicking that early. Anyway, she's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. What am I currently? I'm still yielding. I could sneak out to definitely become lonely. And then see what bonuses lonely gives. It's the only thing that gets rid of it. Either that or I could just... If I do this, this will make me lonely, but also... No, it also gives +1. Now we'll sneak out again. Okay, now what mood are you? Lonely. Bonuses to conversation. Yes, that's what we want. And medicine. Penalty to royal demeanor, etc. Intrigue and faith. Okay. Go all in on conversation. Although medicine sounds pretty good, especially that poison one. But... let's go all in on court manners. Conversation, there it is. Well, first let's read what they are. The ability to use words well under pressure. Proper etiquette for all situations is court manners. And flattery, the ability to tell someone what they want to hear. Then let's check what medicine you can do. Herbs, knowledge of helpful and harmful plants. Battlefield medicine, first aid dealing with immediate injuries. And poison, ability to recognize and counteract dangerous substances. Okay, court manners, I think, first. Let's start getting some of that. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and where to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect their due honors. As the person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on you. If they do, you are intended to recognize the insult. You study rules for formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As the queen, no one will comment on your mistakes, but they will notice them. Today is the procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery. Oh no. I don't know if I'm trained well enough for the parade. But we'll try anyway. Maybe. I definitely don't have enough speech. I could try to lead the parade, why not? I'm not afraid, I'm going to be the best parade leader ever. My little girl. Prepare your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. You can tell from the excited murmurs and tests of Elegance' success around you that people are impressed with your queenly appearance. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. Then the new life is blessed, and all the attendants join in song, which I cannot sing. The procession regroups to return to the castle. All of a sudden, there is a faint rumbling noise from under your feet. The newly planted tree in front of you quivers, and then, out of nowhere, a spurt of water comes up from the ground, splattering you in the assembled crowd with droplets. Just as quickly as it began, it vanishes. The priestesses try to calm the crowds with talk of omens and natural eruptions, but they can't halt the whispers. Dark magic. That water tasted of salt. Oh no. Okay, what mood am I in? Still lonely. Okay. Let's see. I could reduce afraidness. She'll use the power of loneliness somewhere. I need to become good at all the public speaking and stuff. Let's do public speaking and then flattery now. You practice tongue-twisting sequences of syllables to improve your enunciation. You learn that it's important to make eye contact when saying nice things about someone. Are you ready for the grand ball? I don't think so, but all the nobles in the domain are here to see you, to see their queen. Gulp. Finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. Test of present success. You let your eyes rest upon each in turn as you have been taught, impressing upon them that you are not a child, but a queen. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. The first dance is for us. Oh, so I can read about him. He's 33. Okay. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kegel alone has brought 3 illegible sons, all near your age. Look around the room at all your possible partners, which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whomever you want, and you will not be denied. Test of intrigue plus court manners failed. Wait, I can pick someone about my age, someone younger than these, someone older, someone already married, or someone scandalous. Well, probably won't do that. I'll probably just do about age. Or I could just do older. That's normally how these things work. This is the ball. Or just go younger. I'll just do someone about your age. You approach Linley, the second son of the Duke of Kegel. Kegel? He's about 2 years older than you, and he was always nice to you at school. He bows to you with great courtesy, and you begin to dance. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Oh no, my dance wasn't good enough. Fortunately, you lose track of what steps you're supposed to do when and trip over your own feet. Oops. Between the dances, there's time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bites of exquisite food. Court manners plus flattery was a success, though. Nice. You interact comfortably with your peers, leaving a wise word in every ear. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marine, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, let me see the details on him. 31, sister, brother, Earl consort. I see. I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her words of wisdom guide us through our difficulties. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lila and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. No Brioni, she had said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here, dancing together, the Duke consort clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. Test of sense magic failed. Oh no, what's happening? It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? Okay, that ball could have went way worse. Let's see, pressure. Could attend court, but then we wouldn't be lonely enough. Let's do a walk in the gardens, lonely and cheerful. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. You must continue to power through loneliness. Yeah, we barely have any dance. We did okay, though, I suppose. We had some dance, at least. Let me see. More conversation stuff, then. Public speaking and flattery, I suppose. It's the same as last time. You take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly. I could just use that to practice. Projecting your voice to every corner of a room. You memorize lists and sonnets. Then recite them for your teacher and any castle staff she can round up to serve as an audience. You learn that flattering comments have the best impact when kept short. Gushing makes people feel awkward. You learn that it is always better to compliment people for their personality and their choices rather than their physical attributes. You've unlocked a new outfit. Wonder what that one is. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm that you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion. It's Saren, Countess of Miranda and Callisto. You are too kind, Jocelyn. She's 25 and single, yes. At least she's single. Countess Saren, not a member of your circle. She's a bit more than a decade your senior. Far too old to have ever been your friend. And yet not at all old as noble women go. She has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arm in her grasp. Test of composure was a success. You take a deep breath. Greet her politely, shame her with silent scorn, insult her with false flattery, or trip her as she passes. Well, no need to be mean. Let's just greet them. I think. You manage to smile at her in what you hope is a welcoming manner. Court manners. Test of court manners was a success. Good day to you, Countess. Your Highness, good day to you as well. I was just speaking with your father about, well, it wasn't important. Please allow me to excuse myself. I don't wish to be in the way. She bows her head to you and exits. Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father. Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more. She wants something more. And it's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful how you deal with people like Saren. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. There haven't been any problems so far. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you. Tests of intrigue fail. I am paying attention to what's around me. Are you paying enough attention, though? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's start trying to become less lonely. Without ruining the balance. Let's see, one depressed and one afraid. Visiting the dungeons has no effect for some reason. Oh, I can attend the service to become less cheerful. I mean, sure, let's balance it out. You attend services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. What's the new outfit look like? The tea dress boosts conversation. Cool, I want this one. It's the most fabulous, in my humble opinion. Okay, conversations. Which way are we going? Definitely want court manners back up. And then public speaking. Nah, flattery, actually. Yeah, court manners and flattery. Let's do that. You study the traditions of ballroom etiquette, how to politely accept or defer an offer, and how to avoid the impression of attachment to an individual. You memorize the correct title for every servant in the castle. Treating servants with respect ensures good service. Visual elements are best to flatter on first meeting. They are expected to be noticed right away. If you've spent more time with someone, suddenly complimenting their attire will ring false. Small personal details help make the recipient of your flattery feel that you have truly noticed them, which is always better than a simple, "how nice you look." Most people want to believe that they are successful and well-liked more than they want to believe that they are handsome. Play to these beliefs, and they will be inclined to enjoy your company, even if they should know better. It is the time of year to decide any necessary adjustments to the royal budget. The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there is always some room for discretion. Test accounting failed. I don't know anything about budgets. Raise taxes or lower taxes. Oh no. So I have no idea, I'll just lower taxes. That'll make people happy, right? I think we have enough money. Let's lower the taxes a little. As you wish. I hope that does not backfire horribly. Okay, let's see. Everything is 0 except the lonely. So let's see, if I do the yielding... Lonely will still be in the max. Is that the only way I know to get rid of lonely? Pressured. Yeah, I don't know what going to the dungeon does, but... Let's tend some more court. Now, while we're still lonely, let's do more conversation. Public speaking, and then court manners. It is then. I think it's important to have them. Your teacher asks you questions about made-up nonsense, pushing you to improvise answers smoothly and swiftly without having to worry about them being correct. You read collections of famous historical speeches, practice saying them in convincingly dramatic fashion. You borrow the menu for an upcoming banquet, and practice delivering it as a dramatic speech to an audience of confused chambermaids. To directly challenge someone's honors is to declare war. Never make a public accusation of cowardice, treason, infidelity, or murder unless you are prepared to face mortal enemies. And on that note, you study the etiquette of dueling. But we don't have any goodness. We're not good at weapons at all, though, so that probably wouldn't work. As a monarch, you are expected to embody the virtues of honesty, bravery, and generosity. You should always offer aid to those in need. However, those you aid personally are expected to give you their utmost loyalty, even unto death. You study the forms of written address, how to issue and decline invitations, how to announce an impending visit, and how to correspond with the rulers of foreign domains. You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling of his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free. If you admit you killed your wife, why do you think I'm going to set you free? Save me, your majesty. It wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me, and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestesses to bless me and make me clean again. The test of sense magic has failed. Demons that make you attack people. Is that even possible? I'll go with the usual of jail. Just imprison him. Whether there were demons or not, you still killed a woman, your wife. Plus, when angry, I won't forgive you for that. You will be imprisoned for the rest of your life. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but then his shoulders slump. Yes, your majesty. Okay, now if I visit the dungeons, it's yielding and afraid. I guess because that guy's in there. Anyway. So I still want to be lonely. But I can get rid of the anger. Wonder how it decides which ones to get rid of. I guess it can either get rid of these two. Anyway. If I did this, +2 willful, +1 lonely. trying to see. Let's see. Pressured. This is the only one that gives pressured, but it also gives yielding, which would be too much yielding. Don't want that. I'm just gonna attend the services to get rid of that anchor. For now. Okay, let's see. Public speaking and court manners now. Public speaking and flattery next. Then if we can try to not be lonely, we'll maybe do something else. Well, we can do medicine too. We'll do medicine after that. Let's see, public speaking and what was it? Public speaking and flattery. You learn about debate techniques and practice them by trying to convince a castle gardener why a new fountain would be a good idea. Your teacher assigns you to create and memorize a short speech of your own. Your teacher assigns you to read about a subject, memorize a few good phrases for the beginning and ending of a speech, and then make up the rest on the spot. A certain class of dramatic personality believes utterly that they are ugly and unpopular, even if this is untrue. Flattering their appearance will make them pull away and mistrust you. Instead, compliment their intelligence. This tends to be their weakness. Most people want to believe that they are special and will react well to hints that they are receiving slightly better treatment than others. However, too obvious favoritism will stir resentment, and only the vain enjoy it. You receive word that the murderer you condemned to prison has escaped. A large explosion rocked the jail he was in, destroying the walls and setting many dangerous criminals free. It will now fall to the royal treasury to repair the damage. Okay. I should not have thrown him in jail. So it seems. I can get rid of the depression. Let's see, I need to get rid of... I've got myself stuck in a spot. Let's see if I... This is the only thing that increases willful, which is how we reduce the yielding. But it will make us even more lonely. The only way to get rid of the lonely is to become pressured. The only way to become pressured is this one, which increases yielding, which we don't want right now. Well, it might not be too bad. You know what? Attend court. Are we still lonely? No, now we're yielding again. Which means we can go back to... We already did history, most of it, but not fully. So let's do foreign affairs and world now. World and then foreign affairs. You read a brief history of the rise and fall of the Novan Empire. There was a time where it seemed likely that Nova would grow to cover the entire world, but it all came apart. The Novan Empire once had outposts on the western continent, but was driven out 600 years ago. The most important domain in that area today is Shanjian. Because the Lilians are descended from Yeveni outcasts who are officially shunned, the Yeva nomads do not acknowledge that Lila even exists. They treat their western border as an invisible wall, and Novan emissaries as travelers from an impossibly distant land. Over the mountains to the northeast, it's a lot of lore, lie the deserts of the Pyrrhus tribes, who are traditionally hostile to Nova, but too lacking in resources to mount a credible threat. Small groups of Pyrian raiders are sometimes found in Kigal and Sudbury. The domain of Tarax, far to the south, has warred with Ixion on and off for centuries, even when both were part of the Novan Empire. Your grandmother assisted the Ixionettes in putting down the last disagreement 32 years ago. I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Elath, has passed away. This isn't really a surprise. He was pretty old. The problem is the political implications. With the control of Elath in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother, Aris, the Duchess of Lila, has petitioned that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally forbidden. Nova's history success, not to mention that she's closely related to the Duchess of Mead and the Duke of Kigo. She could control almost the entire eastern half of Nova. People already call her Nova's other queen. Test of internal affairs failed, though. I don't know anything really bad about her, though. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or you might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. The Earl of Ishtar has suggested another possibility. You and Adair are both young, not too far apart in age. He requests that we accept the boy as your future husband and keep him here at the castle. I could just marry him. Sent to uncle, sent it to his grandfather. I don't want to give that other lady too much power. I guess grandfather? Hopefully he doesn't get old and die too. The Earl of Ishtar is the closest blood relation that Adair has. He should be regent. As you wish. Okay. If I do sneak out now, I will become lonely again. We'll go back to the lonely stuff. Sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. You enjoy your freedom, but your father won't like it if he finds out. Yes, I've already read that before. Okay, we are back to lonely. And we already have basically full conversation. I think we're good on that. So let's instead learn about poison. Seems like a useful thing for royalty. That's just my humble opinion. The first treatment for most ingested poisons is to purge the stomach by forcing the victim to eat powdered charcoal, which can absorb dangerous substances. Certain poisons will counteract each other, such that either on their own will kill the victim, but carefully applying a matching amount of the other will cure. If a victim is stabbed with the poisoned spine of a sea urchin, the spine must be removed carefully and the affected area soaked in very hot water in order to cook out the poison. There's a woman here to see you. She is a musician and wishes crown patronage, which means money. Sabine. She's a minstrel of age unknown, a common musician singing for a supper. Your Royal Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I have dabbled in musical styles from many countries and can entertain your guests and enlighten your evenings. Test foreign intelligence failed. Test of intrigue failed. The musician sings a little ditty to demonstrate her skills with the lute. Test of instrument and voice failed. She's actually pretty good. Is she not actually good? I mean, she wants money. I don't know, I'd rather save the money for important stuff. We checked. Thank you, but we are not interested. Okay, let's see. If I do willful again, I will continue to be lonely. That's fine. We're still gonna need more medicine stuff. Let's do battlefield next. Not that we're gonna be in a battle, but... you know, if we get, like, stabbed or something, we might not die. Or somebody else gets stabbed or something. You learn that wounds, even minor ones, should be washed as soon as possible to prevent dirt from growing under the skin. Or getting under the skin. You learn that blood loss wastes life energy. Bleeding should be stopped through bandages, pressure, and elevation. You learn that minor burns should be cooled, washed, and gently wrapped to keep them clean, like a cut. Major burns and scaldings, such as boiling oil, are untreatable on the battlefield. You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. It's an extremely formal letter for such a little boy, thanking you for your wisdom in allowing him to live with his grandfather, who probably dictated every word he wrote. Nice. Let's see if I do this. Pressure, but more yielding. We really need to get this. Get rid of the loneliness now. The only way I know how is attending court, which will also increase yielding again, but we have to do it. That increases lonely. Oh no, they cancel out. I don't know if we can ever escape being lonely. Thinking if I could go all in on willful, cheerful, try to go all in on cheerful, or angry or afraid. I don't know. We must attend court again first, though. And we are depressed. Okay, we haven't been depressed in a while. Which sounds like it would be a bad thing, but... I could do more decoration stuff, or I could do animal handling. We're basically maxing out all the social stuff, so let's stick with decoration. We could also learn an instrument and voice or something, which would have been useful earlier, but... You know what, let's go all in. Instrument and voice. You tap out chiming dyads on a glockenspiel, learning the basics of harmony and rhythm. You learn to play notes and scales on a simple wooden recorder. You practice deep breathing exercises to build up your ability to sustain a note. You learn the differences in resonance between the chest, the head, and the nose. I'll be real, I'm living in this way longer than I thought I would. Okay, I failed something about trade or something. Staring up into the sky out your window, you notice a strange flash of light. No, test of divination failed as well. A falling star, pretty. Okay, moods all over the place. Lonely is the highest. Guess the cheerful cut drowned out the depression. So if I do another cheerful one, no, that one increases lonely. Don't do that cheerful. This also increases cheerful. Again, it's very hard to escape the rut of being lonely. Let's see, +1 yielding, +1 afraid. +1 depressed, +1 afraid. Lonely and afraid. This can get rid of depressed, but lonely is what I need to get rid of. I could do more yielding, which... Then I become more lonely. No, wait, lonely's not in there. Okay, that is actually exactly what we want. Is attending court now, I think. No, wait, that increases yielding in the wrong direction. I'm looking at it backwards. But that's the only way I can think of it. Okay, let's see. That increases lonely, which is bad. That I could just become afraid or depressed. It might be the only way to escape. I guess... I guess I'll attend court some more. Now wait, what am I still only? No, I'm yielding, which means we can go back to do more history. And then there's the faith stuff. Okay, let's get Novan history up. And then we'll do... there's a lot of divination stuff, but maybe I'll do lore. No, I could do divination, so it's at least up to something. Anyway, Novan history. Followed by... lore. I want lore. Give me the lore. About 200 years ago, a great black cloud formed over Nova, bringing cold and sickness. The sun could not shine, and the air was gritty and foul-smelling. Many people died, including the queen at the time and most of the high nobility, before the cloud finally dissipated. Until about 600 years ago, the capital of Nova was on the shores of Cathray Lake in southern Caloris. After that became uninhabitable, a new capital was built here on Lampsea Island. Oh, we're on an island. It was the chaos of that period which triggered the eventual collapse of the empire. The most famous ruler of ancient Nova was King Latimir. According to ancient history texts, he began the policy of gathering light, which led to the predominance of the empire. Unfortunately, the texts don't explain what exactly that policy was. There's a reference, but that volume is missing. I have nothing more to learn about Novan history. Only a lumen can channel magic, and only with the help of a tuned crystal. The ability to control a crystal seems to be inherited, so crystals can be passed from parent to child upon the lumen's death. But I just rejected getting the crystal. I have unpleasant news to report. Adir, the young lord of Elath, has been assassinated. What? Plus afraid. He was shot with a crossbow while playing on the grounds of his grandfather's estate. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have sent him there. How did this happen? Where were the guards? This is not the first time such events have happened within the realms of Ishtar. The Earl of Ishtar's first wife and oldest daughter also died under mysterious circumstances. Then his other daughter married young and died giving birth to Adair. With Adair dead, the only family he has left is his second wife and their son Connor, who's 15. Blame the Earl of Ishtar or blame no one. Who should I do with the blame game? Would he have wanted me to send him to him so he could... I don't know, I don't think that would help. I guess I'll just blame no one. Plus when depressed. No matter what we do, things keep going wrong. Then there is the matter of the Duchy of Elath. By blood, the nearest living heir is Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, in Tallahassee. Internal affairs, partial success. There have been marriages between Elath and Sedna in the past. He really could be the last heir. Elath has a major duchy. We cannot afford to lose control of it. Name a Novan heir, name Talaris the heir, or delay. I guess I'll name one of our people as an heir. Hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. As queen, I have the rights to pass lands of an extinct bloodline to a new ruler, like my mother did with Uncle Laurent Merva. Talaris is only distantly related, and he's foreign. He doesn't count. Who should inherit the Duchy of Elath then? There are few noble families with a lot of children, too many to inherit all the existing titles. Eris, the Duchess of Lila, has 6 children. The oldest 3 all have lands already. That's Kevin, the Earl of Ayal. Horisande, the Duchess of Mead, and Charmian, the Duchess Consort of Kigal. That leaves 3 others who are all a few years older than me. The Duke and Duchess of Kigal have 7 children, 3 around my age and 4 younger, including Linley, who I danced with at the ball. And they're all Eris's grandchildren through their mother, so either way, it would be her line. That was a lot, and I don't know. A random commoner. No, that would be bad. Dude. Can I, go back? How was the button that I accidentally pressed to go backwards? I don't remember. Oh well. We'll go with one of the top ones. I guess a child of the Duchess of Lula. The Duchess of Leela has so many children. Let her pick one for Leela. Very well. Bad move, perhaps. But oh well. Okay, let's see. We've escaped the lonely, but now we're yielding again. We might be mostly depressed, though. Yeah, we're currently depressed. If I get too willful, that'll go up to here, and that'll be down there. I'll still be depressed. So let's sneak out again. For the good of everyone. Okay, we are currently depressed. So that's expression, which we're still working on. I can do instrument and voice with that again. What else was it? Animal handling. We're not going to do animals. Okay. Instrument and voice. You gotta pick your battles. We're not doing the animal one. You practice with the recorder, learning to recognize tunes that you hear and replicate them. You practice major and minor scales to the keyboard of a pianoforte. Next time we get to the screen where we pick everything, I'm probably going to end the episode because I didn't think we would live this long. You learn about different vocal ranges, from the most profound bass to the rare colorato soprano. You learn the solfa system, a way of expressing a tune where each note is represented by a different syllable. We unlocked a new outfit. Hopefully we don't die right here. I have more unpleasant news. Soldiers from Talas, have crossed the border into Elath and are pushing towards the ducal seat. The Duke of Sedna insists that he is the rightful heir and the territory belongs to him. Your newly appointed Duke requests additional military support and supplies. Fine, whatever. You also have some letters. Another letter from Brioni. Why does she keep writing me? We were never even friends. She says she's bored and lonely and she's looking forward to seeing me at Gwenelle's birthday party. That's right, Gwenelle is about to turn 15. She'll be Duchess of Sudbury for real now. This other letter must be my invitation to her birthday celebration next week. Gwenelle and I were friends at school, and this will be a big event, but it's also a long way to travel. A lot of things can happen on the road. Test of divination failed. Okay, I will probably die if I go to Sudbury for Gwenelle's party. So let me save here. And I'll say, yes, we're going there, and then we'll probably die. And then we'll just go back to before I said to go. It'll be good to see my friends. Of course, it doesn't happen right away, so... Okay, what do we want to do next? Actually, I'll just have that other save be what we come back to. That choice right at the end. Nah, never mind. I want to pick this real quick. While it's fresh in my head what we're doing. Okay, I can do willful. No, wait, that's willful, which will increase loneliness again. But we should still be depressed. I don't know, let's try it. Let's check our mood. Yeah, I got willful to the middle. That means if we start doing it more, we can become willful. And that might give us some cool stuff to learn. Right now we are depressed but lonely is equal, so might have to cancel that out a bit too. We shall see. I want to see the new outfit before we leave. That's what. We got the toga, which boosts expression. Nice. I still like this one best. Do. Well, there you go. Let me know if you enjoyed this episode of Long Live the Queen. If you did, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing, all appreciated. Thank you for watching. See you next time if I play it again. Bye.